Hello, welcome back to Chess with Simon. There was one line we didn't cover actually. We were just looking at h3 against the Najdorf, and we didn't look, and we should look at e6. So after e6, what's the main line? g4. This is where g4, of course g4, because after e5 you've got to move the knight, but after e6 you don't have to move the knight. And then the engine wants d5, but we're going to ignore that and look at what people most... Well, d5 is a pretty common move. What do you want to do? Should we look at both? Okay, let's look at the most common move. Bishop e7. Now the most common is bishop g2. Okay. Knight f d7, so that knight runs to actually stop g5. The bishop, so it's all a bit sort of like the threat is more dangerous than the execution sort of thing. No one's really playing all the obvious. You know, everyone's sort of working within their own space, within their own area. Okay, opposite side castling. So this is going to be a really complex, interesting strategic game. Okay, so I get all of that, and that's just going to be some form of race, which the engine thinks is equal. But there were other possibilities here. So instead of bishop g2, we could have gone g5 here. And knight fd7, this is very different. Assume we're playing h4. Yes, we are, to protect the pawn. Now, this is like just a race, right? a3, we want to stop that coming through. Bishop b7. Wow. Bishop e3. Knight c6 to attack the knight. Queen d2. So the rook's on that open file, anticipating a possible castling. Takes, bishop takes, and here comes that long castle. So, rook b8, because they want to push through b4, that's why. The most common move is queen d4, although the engine wants to play h5 and just get on with it. Should we just see how this all ends? Because we're all fascinated, aren't we? a5. Engine wants queen d4, although h6 is more commonly played. Alright, well, let's do what the engine wants. Engine wants e5. Queen d2. b4. Wow, it's going to be sharp. Knight d5. Okay, well, I think, it's a really sharp situation. I actually think the white king looks in a bit more danger, and actually the engine's preferring... Well, the engine's actually thinking about it itself. It was preferring black, now it's equal. Looks super complicated. So, that is what happens if black plays bishop e7 on move 7. But black can play d5 here. Let's look at that main line. Now we take it. Black takes it. White's backing off here. Knight d2, and the engine likes that too. Wow, the engine wants to play h5 as black, but the more common line is to pin. I mean, let's just look at this optically. How else can you look at something? Let's just look at it. What do we think? I mean, white seems to have some kind of grob, which is not usually a good thing. I mean, I'm preferring black here, aren't you? Oh, I just think black's a lot better. Black's got a nice compact position. Black's development is okay. I don't mind playing the black side of this at all. The engine gives white a slight edge. There might be reasons for that. But, I think from the black side this looks fine. Queen d4. Okay, we'll have a look. Queen d4. Knight c6 looks so nice here, doesn't it? Yeah, Stockfish likes knight c6. Okay, I'm okay with that as black. So I think what we're saying is on move 7, d5 is quite handy here. After g4, d5 is again this classic thing, which is a reaction in the centre. Does white have any sort of sharp ideas? Knight d2. I think that might even be a transposition, but we'll have a look. Knight d2. Well, I think bishop b4 looks like a transposition, but black probably has other ideas. So I think what we're saying here is e6 is also a decent line for black. It's actually the most popular line. And then when they play g4 on move 6, I believe it is, when they play g4, because they don't have to move the knight, so they can play g4 on move 6. Sorry, move 7. When they play g4 on move 7, d5 on move 8 looks nice. Again, the reaction in the centre is a way to cope with a flank attack. Alright, see you all soon.